Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde. Bienvenue sur French Action. I recognize some names. Rebonjour. Did you enjoy the music? Can you see me? Oui, alors Joshua, merci pour la question. Comment allez-vous? Je vais très bien. J'ai la pêche aujourd'hui. J'ai la pêche. Et vous, comment ça va? Comment ça va? Ça va, d'André? OK. Bon, ben c'est bien. Ça va bien, Listen. Merci beaucoup. Merci d'être là. Fatigué. C'est tout à fait normal d'être fatigué. On est un peu fatigué à cause du stress de l'examen. Quand on prépare un examen, on est un peu stressé. Et ça, c'est tout à fait normal. Tout à fait normal. Okay, shall I continue in French or in English? Je continue en français ou en anglais? Joshua, oui, ça va, je dors bien. Je n'ai pas de problème pour dormir, non, pas de problème. Ça va. Alors, l'anglais. Bon, d'accord. Okay. Alors, you may remember, if you were there, the first stream, do you remember that we looked at home, travel, and shopping? Okay. So the stream is there. You can still have a look at it. I left it on YouTube. For the second stream, because we didn't have much time, I think we spent about 4 hours on that. And I said, no, we can't continue. So I organized another live stream, and the second one was on school, if you remember, school, daily routine, and sports and recreation. Okay, so basically we covered all the topics for the exams, for the oral exam. So today, I wanted to really ask you a few questions without telling you the topic, because before I told you this is the topic, so you obviously focused on the topic, and in a way you could understand the questions. Now I'm just going from one topic to the other, and you will not know which topic until you hear the question. So that's what I had planned to do. However, earlier today, I was in a workshop for, I don't know if you were in that workshop, okay? And I heard quite a few mistakes from the students I was with. So I decided to look at some of the texts which I have created on YouTube and point out a few things to you so that you think about it on the day of your exam for the reading. Unfortunately, you will not be able to read because I'm on a platform and I'm not face to face with you, but at least you will be able to hear the reading and also the little traps which are in the reading. When you are given a text to read, you will have traps. And that's really what I wanted to talk about. So I've just selected 3 texts. Are you okay with that? Can you put it in the chat, please? So we're going to do 3 texts first, and then I will move on to the questions. Okay? Okay. Okay, tout le monde est d'accord. Okay. The reason why I would like to do it is because I'm on StreamYard, and StreamYard has the facility of sharing documents, and that's why I want to do it. Because if I were directly on YouTube, I would not have that facility. So since I have it today, let's use it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go with the text, the very first text, okay? So I need to tell you that when I'm going to be sharing, I will not see the chat, okay? So I will have to stop from time to time so that I can show my face and you can write your chat. But when I am totally sharing, I will not be able to interact with you. Okay? Okay. Bien. So give me a minute. I'm just going to share the screen. Je vais partager l'écran. Okay. So you should be seeing a text, and I'm putting it in slideshow, a text which starts with je voudrais. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the sharing to find out if you were able to see it, because I cannot see the chat from here. Okay? So can you see? Can you tell me if you can see? Okay, I have a query here, Dory Poptani. The lives will go on, you know. At the moment, I'm really focusing on paper 3, but remember there's paper 2 and paper 1. So there will be, I will be on live next week as well. So you don't have to worry about that. That is the reason why you need to subscribe to the channel to be notified, because sometimes I don't know at what time it's going to be. Bonjour, Jason. Bonjour. Okay, so I'm going to share. So can you please tell me if you were able to see the sharing? You could see the sharing. Okay, so I'm going to go into the sharing because remember, I cannot see you. Okay, you can probably see me, but I can't see anything here. Okay? Bien. All right, so let's go back to the text. Okay, so this text is a text I wrote for one of the videos. I have to say I can't remember which video, but it's a video, so it's in it's on French Action. Now let's say you have a text like that. The first thing you have to do is to really read the text for understanding. Just you need to have an idea of what the text is about. As you can see in the exam, you're going to have a title. So the title will give you an idea. But here, I don't have a title at all. So you need to make sure that the title is well, you need to make sure that you understand what's going on. Okay, can you give me a minute, because I realize that this is on it's on a timer. Let me put it at 0. That's it. Okay, so once you have read your text, you are going to think about the words which you know you have problem with, okay? And see what the problems are or what the challenges could be. Here, I can tell you that I chose this because this morning I heard some mispronunciations related to the ON. So, for example, here we have several words with ON. We have, oh gosh, this keeps coming. Okay, Then we have another issue with ville, the ILL word. I made a video about that. Then you have the word magasin, which students often mispronounce and use magazine, and the sound un as well. Okay, so I'm going to go sentence per sentence so that you can see what I'm talking about. Je voudrais bien. So bien is already a problem because very often I hear bien and it's not bien. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this thing. Okay. Okay, I have to apologize because it's a slideshow, it keeps going on. So I'm not going to put it on slideshow and see if it's going to work better. Okay, you will tell me. I'm not putting it on slideshow. Are you still with me? Bonjour Raquel, are you still with me? Donc, je voudrais bien des bonbons. Today I heard bonbon. It's bonbon. We have to remember that the word on, the sound rather, on is on. Donc, je voudrais bien des bonbons. Après le repas. Repas is meal. It's got an S at the end, but it's not pronounced. So I repeat, je voudrais bien des bonbons après le repas. Mais pour le moment, have you noticed there's a T at the end, but I'm not pronouncing it. Je préfère une tasse de thé avant de partir. So here I have tasse. I remind you that when you have double S, you need to use the sound S. You remember I explained to you the snake sound. Je préfère une tasse de thé. Now it's thé because the H is silent. So we are not going to say thé, but we're going to say thé. Je préfère une tasse de thé avant de partir. Avant de partir, okay, before leaving. And then I'm going to have the dans, which is a preposition next to you. This morning, several students didn't actually make the liaison. So we're going to say dans une ville, and not ville, but ville, dans une ville de l'Est. And I say l'Est because l'Est here means east. It's not le, with to be. I'm going to continue till the end and then I'm going to read it without stopping. Je vais faire les magasins pour acheter une robe pour ma fille et du bon vin. Qu'en penses-tu? So now I'm going to read again. Je voudrais bien des bonbons après le repas, mais pour le moment, je préfère une tasse de thé avant de partir dans une ville de l'Est. Je vais faire les magasins pour acheter une robe pour ma fille et du bon vin. Qu'en penses-tu? So I am stopping now. I just would like to get your opinion. What did you think? Was the reading challenging? Do you think that it would have been a challenging reading for you? Just talk to me, please, or through the chat, of course. So the words you have to pay attention to are the words like bien, okay, bien and not bien, okay. Words like bonbon, where you have the sound on, okay. The word magasin as well, because very often students say magazine, but magazine is different from magasin, okay. So magasin is the shop, magazine is a magazine, okay. So we have to be very careful. Okay, Ramon, sorry, it wasn't hard. No, I don't think it was hard at all, okay. It wasn't hard at all. It was a little exercise I put at the end of one of the videos, okay? But not easy. Yes, it's true, because obviously when I create text, I'm trying to put some traps, and I know that this one, and I'm writing it now, causes problem because it depends on what it means. If it's meaning is, we're going to say okay. But if we are talking about a place and we want to say east, is est, and we will have to pronounce the T. So we have to be very, very careful. Okay. Okay, très bien, Joshua. So now you know that is est and not okay, très bien. Any other comment before I go back to the text? No? Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to the text. Well, not that one. I'm going to move to the second text. Now, the second text is a little bit more challenging because it was written for you as part of the reading practice. So what I've done, I've mixed a lot of sounds which are very difficult for some of you. And also what I've tried to do is to get some sounds so that we can get some liaison as well. Okay? So that is the other text. So I'm going to share now. So this text comes from this video. So if you see that thumbnail, my first trip, that's the one. Okay, so this is the first text, or the text for that particular video. Okay. All right, so here, as I explained to you, and I put it in there, it's on versus en, because very often students get it wrong. So that's why you have this word, because content, you have the en sound with the en sound. You have the en sound here. Mon oncle, avion, compte for content. All right, so let's read it. Mon oncle des États-Unis. So be careful here. If you have des and the word États-Unis, you have to link it. And the same way, you have to link mon oncle. Mon oncle des États-Unis m'a envoyé un billet d'avion pour que j'aille les voir. So my uncle from the United States sent me an airfare so that I can go and see them. Okay? J'étais très contente. Mais plus le jour du départ approchait, plus je me sentais nerveuse. So here we have another issue here is the word plus. Very often you don't know when to say plus or plus. I have a video on that already on French Action. So if you're not sure, please watch it. But with this particular structure, the plus is not pronounced. So I'm going to say, j'étais très contente, mais plus le jour du départ approchait, plus je me sentais nerveuse. So I was very happy, but the more the day was coming to a close, or the more the departure day was approaching, the more I felt nervous. C'était la première fois que je voyageais et que je prenais l'avion. C'était la première fois que je voyageais et que je prenais l'avion. Here, the type of mistakes that students make is the AIS. Sometimes, I don't know what sounds I can't remember the sounds they make, but you need to remember that AIS gives you the sound E, okay? It was the first time that I was traveling and that I was taking the plane. Okay? Now I'm continuing with the story. Now in this one, I wanted the word airport because students very often make mistakes with that word. Lorsque je suis arrivée à l'aéroport, okay, l'aéroport is 4 syllables, not 3. Lorsque je suis arrivée à l'aéroport, je me suis retrouvée dans un vrai labyrinthe. When I arrived at the airport, I found myself in a real maze. Je me suis retrouvée dans un vrai labyrinthe. So here was another trap as well. It's not a word we see very often, but we need to remember that the H is silent, so we're going to say labyrinthe. Je voyais les passagers se précipiter vers les portes d'embarquement. D'autres endormis sur un siège en attendant l'annonce de leur vol, des enfants qui jouaient pour ne pas tomber dans l'ennui. So I could see passengers rushing towards the boarding gates, others falling asleep on a seat whilst waiting for the announcement of their flight, children who were playing so that they don't fall into boredom. L'ennui is boredom. So here, we have different things here. We have en attendant, whilst waiting for, en attendant, and I am linking the N with the A, en attendant, okay? Des enfants, I'm linking the S of des with the word enfant, des enfants qui jouaient pour ne pas tomber dans l'ennui. Enfin, je regardais le spectacle, ma carte d'embarquement en main. Finally, I was watching the show or what was in front of me with my boarding pass in my hand. And then we're finishing with the story, nearly. There's 3 more slides, and then the reading is finished. So before that, I'm just going to stop to see billet d'avion for Alison, and billet d'avion is an airfare or plane ticket as well. Airfare, plane ticket. There's different words, okay? All right. So any questions about what I've just read? No questions? No questions? Okay. So since there's no questions, de rien, listen. I'm going to continue with the reading. I'm just reading something. Somebody is saying that, Joshua, the difference between en and on is little. Yes, and that's the reason why you make mistakes. And that's also why I've created that text for you, because I know that it's... okay. Mon cœur s'est mis à battre la chamade lorsque l'on a annoncé mon vol. Mon cœur s'est mis à battre la chamade lorsque l'on a annoncé mon vol. So my heart started to pound when they announced my flight. So here I link the N with the A. L'on a annoncé mon vol. J'ai vu une queue se former et j'ai suivi. I saw a queue, okay, to start. I saw the start of a queue and I followed. Queue or line, in Jamaica, very often they say line, it's the same thing. J'ai vu une queue se former et j'ai suivi. Here, no problem. Une fois dans l'avion, je me suis mise à trembler. Une fois dans l'avion, je me suis mise à trembler. Once on the plane, I started to shiver, to shake. J'ai fermé les yeux pour faire une prière. I closed my eyes to pray. Le ronflement des moteurs m'indiquait que le départ était imminent. Le ronflement des moteurs m'indiquait que le départ était imminent. So, motor is engine. So, le ronflement is the noise that the engines are making. You know, on the plane, you have those big engines and they're making a very loud noise. And that is le ronflement. So, that was telling me that departure was imminent. So, it was telling me that we were about to leave or to take off. And now the last part. Les ronflements, so that is especially for Joshua. Ronflement, so you have this sound on and on in the same word, okay? So les ronflements se faisaient encore plus fort. Et c'est à ce moment-là que j'ai pris la main de mon voisin. So the noise we're getting louder and louder. And it's at that time that I took my voisin here. I know voisin is neighbor, but on the plane is the person sitting next to you. So it's like at that time, I took his hand. Il m'a dit, he told me, d'une voix douce, with a soft voice, n'ayez pas peur, je suis là. Don't be afraid, I'm here. Je me disais qu'il était beau. I was thinking how handsome he was. Je ne m'étais pas rendu compte que l'avion avait décollé. I had not realized that the plane had taken off. That is the end of the story. And here you have rendu compte. This morning I heard compte. Be careful. The P of compte is silent. So you have to use the T, compte, and OM, ON is the same sound. So guys, what do you think? Did you enjoy the story? Did you enjoy that story? It's not my, well, it's a story I wrote, but I'm not afraid of flying. And I have traveled a lot, so it's just a story, really. The last two were very difficult. Okay, yes, you're right, because I put a lot of stuff in there. Because what I do almost on a daily basis, since I'm a teacher, I teach every day. What I usually do is that when students make mistakes, I actually write it down. And then after that, I come up with a video or a text. And this is all the time. Very rarely would I have a class with no mistakes. That I don't know if any teachers have that, but it's very it's filled with idiomatic expressions. Oh, can you tell me which one? Let me see which one. Let me share it again. So you said the last two. Okay. Yes, I agree with you, Joshua. I agree with you. Mon cœur s'est mis à battre la chamade. It is an idiomatic expression. An idiomatic expression is really an expression which we cannot translate word for word. Okay? Mon cœur s'est mis à battre la chamade. Battre la chamade means that your heart started to beat very, very, very fast. And this normally happens, for example, if a woman fancies a man and a man fancies a woman, and it's love at first sight, for example, they would use you would use that expression. So because the heart just starts going very, very, very fast, beating very fast, okay? So that is indeed, you were right, Joshua. I had forgotten that expression. It is indeed an idiom here. Faire une prière, to make a prayer, just to pray, prière, a prayer, okay? And that's it. That's what I can see here. Okay, I've just been asked to pronounce the word labyrinthe. Okay, labyrinthe, which was in the second slide here. Okay. Second line, retrouvé dans un vrai labyrinthe. Labyrinthe. I remind you that the Y in French has the same pronunciation as an I, hence labi. Then we have the sound un, labyrinthe. And then we have the T with an H, but we know that the H is silent. So we are going to say labyrinthe. And we're going to say T because the E is there. Okay? Merci, Raquel, for the compliment. I don't know if I'm an excellent storyteller, but what I try to do is to come up with words that students have difficulties with. Okay, that's what I try to do. And in the last one, I'm not too sure where Joshua saw the idioms, but I don't see any here. Probably se rendre compte is probably a verb you didn't know. Rendu compte comes from se rendre compte, which means to realize. Okay, and this is used very often in by CXC because of the sound en and the sound compte. Okay, I am okay. So Joshua is asking me a question. Could I pronounce the word? Okay, I'm going to write, well, I suppose everybody can see it. It's the same, Joshua, synthétique, same, because the Y is an I, okay? So we're going to have like AN sound, so you're going to have saint. Then you have the THE, okay, with the little accent, the acute accent. We know that the H is silent, so we're going to say synthé, and then TI gives you T, and then que, synthétique. Okay? Ça va? Yes, the Y can change. The Y doesn't change pronunciation really, Joshua. What happens is that a Y in French equals to, I'm going to type it, two I's. So, for example, when you have the word to drown, okay, which I've just typed here, noyer. So because it's two I's, you have to think of noir and this. Can you see it? And that is the reason why we say noyer. But the Y has behaved just like the I because O and I gives you the sound wa in any case. D'accord? All right. The last text which I have is really to practice the word plus and plus. This morning, again, there were many mistakes with the word plus. So I'm going to finish the reading with that one because plus is always a problem. I have a video on it, okay, which I think is called plus versus plus. You can check it out on French Action, and you're going to see that there's a little exercise at the end, and that's this exercise which I'm using right now for you. But before the exercise, I explain when to use plus and when to use plus. So you have to know this before the exam because if you look at the CXC papers, what you will notice is that the word plus or plus is often used in the texts. And this morning, we had two texts and we had plus, and it was two different texts. So this confirms what I'm saying, okay? So let's move to the last text. Okay. So I'm going to read it and I'm not going to explain anything, but I would like you in the chat to tell me if you had problems and not understanding why I said what I said, okay? Je ne le comprends plus. Il ne travaille plus comme avant, mais il lit beaucoup plus. Des livres, il en veut plus. Plus tu lui parles, moins il écoute. En plus, sorry guys, en plus, il est de plus en plus renfermé et ne s'intéresse à plus rien. So that was the text. As I said, it's on French Action, so you can go back to it. So, have you got any questions regarding the text? Any questions? No? I'm sorry, I'm waiting a little bit because I know that there's a little delay between now and the time you whatever I'm saying reaches you. So that's why you will see me waiting. Plus not, Joshua is saying, plus not pronounced at the end is negative. Yes, it is correct. When you have the idea of the negative, you do not pronounce the S. So it makes it much more, well, it makes it easier, really. Plus pronounced is masculine. No, Joshua, you cannot have masculine. Plus is plus. You don't have a masculine one, nor a feminine one. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. So, yes, you got the rule. Yes. If it's positive, you pronounce it. If it's negative, you don't pronounce it. Yes, yes. That's basically the rule. Yes. So, if you're not sure, go back to the video and practice. Please practice because this might come up. Okay? So, any other questions about the reading? I just would like to add something regarding the reading, and I'm going to write what my mnemonics as flip. This is flip represents all the things that you need to have a good grade. So I'm sure you know that the F stands for fluency. Okay. The L stands for liaisons. Why? Because even if you pronounce very well, but there's no liaison, you will not get 10 out of 10. Okay? Then we have the I for intonation. Intonation is also very important, especially if you have a dialogue or in the text you have a question. Remember, as for those who were with us this morning, if you have a question, the voice needs to raise, okay? Da, 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 up. It goes up is a question and goes down before a full stop, okay? That's how it works. And then the P is obviously for pronunciation, okay? Pronunciation. So you're going to have to think about this flip. Make sure you've got all of this. And if you do, you're good to go. So I repeat, fluency. Fluency, by the way, doesn't mean reading fast, because sometimes students read very fast and we don't understand what they say, okay? Whereas if you read but we understand because it's well pronounced, that's fine, okay? Jaden is asking me about a video about liaison. It is coming. I have made one on, well, it wasn't really on liaison, but I used the text for liaison, my first trip, the text we just used, but I didn't go through this at all. I don't know that I will have time to do it before the exam, but I will try. I will try, because there's a video coming up next week for you on Friday, and this is about the H. When do we have when do we make a liaison with an H? Because it's not all the time possible. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through my questions now. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing as we did in the previous live streams. I'm going to go like this. When I go like this, it means that I'm going to ask you a question. So it means you have to really listen carefully, because I'm not going to repeat the question. And then you're going to answer in the chat. If you answer correctly, it means that you have understood the question. And for the pronunciation, it's not too much a problem, because pronunciation is assessed when you read. It's not really assessed when you answer questions. So you don't have to worry about this. But what you type is very important, because I'm going to go by what you have typed. Okay? You won't know the topics. I am mixing everything today, from easy to more difficult. I am really doing everything. Okay? Question. Quel est ton plat préféré? Okay. Okay, Joshua, what I would say to you is that when you answer, try to make a full sentence with a lot of words in it. Just saying poulet rôti is a bit too short. Try to show how good your French is. And to do that, you have to put a lot of words. The more words you put, the better it is. Okay, I prefer that. Mon plat préféré, c'est, you missed something, Joshua. Oh, mon plat préféré est du poulet avec du riz. Ok. Car c'est très... Oh, animals. Bonjour again. I remember your name. Car c'est très bon, not bien. Bien means well. Okay? If you wanted to say le poulet bien cuit, you would say bien. Bien cuit, well cooked. But you want to say that it's good, meaning when you taste it, it's good. Okay? Donc, mon plat préféré est... Okay. Guys, you tend to forget your articles. Okay. Mon plat préféré est la pizza. La pizza. Okay. And then, c'est très bon. Très bien. Very good, love Nia, because have you noticed, even though she's talking about la pizza, which is feminine, she didn't put a feminine adjective after said. That's very good because we talked about it before. That's very good. Ramon, I think you missed the PL. Mon plat préféré est, and then I don't know what you were going to say. But the good thing about it is that you understood the question. So that's very good. Mon plat préféré est, you miss your article, Ramon. Okay, be careful. Frites is French fries. Okay, if you're putting an E, sure that there's no E after poulet. Okay? Okay, bien. Next question. As-tu un ordinateur? Si oui, quelle est sa marque? Joshua, you are asking me to repeat. Okay, I'm going to look at the answers first. Animans, il est marque du EACR. Okay, okay. Il est deux marques. You could have just said sa marque est. Marque is feminine. Okay, la marque. Okay, I'm going to repeat and then write the question for Joshua. As-tu un ordinateur? Si oui, quelle est sa marque? Voilà. Okay, I'm sorry, my question mark is sticky, is not working. Okay, oui, c'est un HP. OK, très bien, Zainab. OK, très bien. Question. En quelle année es-tu né? OK, très bien. OK, très bien. So you understood the question. That's brilliant. OK. Très bien. So it looks like we only have guys now who answered the question. I don't see double E's with that to né. OK, question. Quelle est la première chose que tu fais à ton réveil? Okay, Zainab, so you should have said je suis né. Okay, two E's. If that comes up in the exam. I mean, in terms of pronunciation, no difference for the oral, but if you have to write that in paper 2, for example, yeah. OK, anime fans, yes. Donc, le matin, quand je me réveille, je me lave. Très bien. Très bien. No more answers? Alors, Zainab écrit quand je me réveille, je lis mes messages sur mon portable, ensuite je m'habille et prends mon petit déjeuner. OK, très bien, très bien. Très bien. OK. I remember that last time we did the daily routine. I remember that it was very well done. It was probably the best one you've done, the daily routine. But I still had to ask because all the questions are mixed. Okay. Any other answers? Okay. Question. Quand as-tu voyagé pour la dernière fois? Ok, Joshua, quand je me réveille, la première chose que je fais, je vais à la salle de bain pour me brosser les dents. Ok. Très bien. Ok. J'ai voyagé il y a 6 mois à l'aéroport de Kingston. Ok. Why, Joshua, why are you saying à l'aéroport de Kingston? You traveled. Oh, you're talking about just a trip from your house to the airport, maybe. J'ai voyagé à Paris. Ok, d'accord. That makes sense here. J'ai voyagé à Paris. But Anim fan, you didn't answer the question. Okay, the question was, quand as-tu voyagé pour la dernière fois? So I'm going to type it for you. Quand as-tu voyagé pour la dernière fois? Remember what I explained to you last time? Quand is a key word. Quand, when. So you can't tell me a place if I'm asking you when. Oh, Gordon. I'm looking to see that my battery is not dying. Oh, gosh. So are you back with us, Ramon, or it's dying now? So guys, remember, when you have quand, you need to have a place, okay? Okay, Ramon, okay. That's why I couldn't see you. Okay, you're back. Okay, all right. Rudy Vert, j'ai voyagé au Canada il y a 1 an. Okay, that's very good. The tense is correct. The preposition before Canada is correct. And il y a, which means ago, 1 year ago, that's very good. Animans, anim fans, be careful. Dernière fois is feminine. La dernière fois. Okay, so j'ai voyagé pour 5 mois. I don't think you've answered the question. When did you travel for the last time? That was the question, okay? Okay, Ramon. Il y a 6 mois que j'ai voyagé. Okay, all right, okay. Je voyageais aux Pays-Bas, okay? Why did you change tenses, Joshua? Il y a 6 mois que j'ai voyagé. Fine. Je voyageais. Why did you change tenses? D'André, depuis 7 mois, no N. Moins means less. It means something else. Depuis 7 mois, j'ai voyagé à la France. Okay. Remember, France has en and not à la. Okay. You can't have à la France. Depuis 7 mois, I'm not sure, d'André, what you mean. You have to say, j'ai voyagé en France il y a 7 mois. OK? 7 months ago. OK? OK. I'm seeing Shania. L'année dernière, mars était la dernière fois que j'ai voyagé. OK. L'année dernière ou mars dernier, OK, était la dernière fois. That's fine, Shania. Joshua, to say I was traveling to somewhere. OK. Maybe there, I would say j'allais, probably, j'allais aux Pays-Bas. Anime fan, sorry. J'ai passé 6 mois à Paris. Anime fans, you're not answering the question. If you say I spent 6 months in Paris, it doesn't tell me when was the last time you traveled. So you have to be careful, okay? And voyage is masculine, so you cannot say ma dernière voyage. You have to say mon dernier voyage, okay? Okay, Joshua, you wanted to say I was going to. Okay, j'allais aux Pays-Bas. Okay, d'accord. Okay. So be careful. Quand? Si je souhaite, j'ai voyagé au Canada 2 années. Utsuke, I don't understand what you're saying, okay? Canada, remember, it's not a feminine country, it's a masculine country. So you're going to say, au Canada, okay? 2 années, I'm not sure if you're saying you left 2 years ago or you spent 2 years ago. I'm not sure what you're saying. Maybe you wanted to say j'ai voyagé au Canada il y a 2 ans. That's probably what you wanted to say. OK, so j'ai voyagé l'année dernière, c'était super. OK, très bien. OK, anime fans. J'ai voyagé l'année dernière, c'était super. Très bien. This is the kind of answers I'm interested in, and this is what you would need to say on the day. Okay? Très bien. All right, I'm going to continue with another question. Aimes-tu la cuisine étrangère? Alors, oui, surtout les croissants, car ils sont tellement délicieux. OK, anime fans, don't forget the S of croissant, since you said lait. OK. Oui, madame, j'adore la cuisine à l'étranger, c'est bon. À l'étranger, OK. À cette cuisine étrangère, OK. Pour être honnête, Joshua, pour être honnête, honnête has two ends. Non, parce que je n'aime pas goûter à... Oh, you want to say because I don't like to taste anything new. It's not quite. I'm going to correct this. Pour être honnête, non, parce que je n'aime oh, I'm going to change it parce que je n'aime goûter rien de nouveau. Parce que je n'aime pas goûter, oh, je n'aime pas essayer de nouveaux plats. Something like that. OK. Ramon, oui, j'adore la cuisine italienne. Okay, you put Italian feminine, which is very good, but you didn't put la. You put le, so you need to change that. OK. Ah, Ishmael. OK. Bonjour. You missed the reading. I did the reading without you. For Alison, foreign cooking, cuisine étrangère. Très bien. So, Utsuke, oui, bien sûr, à mon avis, la cuisine de l'étrangère est merveille, surtout la cuisine. OK, I'm not going to continue writing, pronouncing this. Utsuke, I talked about la cuisine étrangère. La cuisine étrangère, not la cuisine de l'étrangère. La cuisine de l'étrangère means the cooking of the foreign lady. La cuisine étrangère. So it doesn't quite mean the same thing. La cuisine étrangère est délicieuse. Surtout celle du Japon. If you don't want to repeat cuisine, because we already had the cuisine. Ishmael, the question was, aimes-tu la cuisine étrangère? OK. Écoutez. Décris-moi ton pays. OK, Shania is saying, oui, j'aime la cuisine, not à l'étrangère. There's no A, it's la cuisine étrangère. Parce que, à mon avis, c'est très délicieux. OK. Could we use nourriture? Ramon, instead of cuisine, la nourriture étrangère. As I explained last week, nourriture is not used a lot in France. In French, cuisine covers the food. Okay, so for the questions I've just asked, which is décris-moi ton pays, I expect at least 4 sentences. Okay, you can't answer this question with one sentence. Remember what I said last week? When you have décris-moi, you need to make more than one sentence. Okay? I hope you're all writing. Yes? Wow. OK. Zéna, mon pays est la Guyane. La Guyane. OK. So you're like me. You're Guyanese. Very good. OK. Mon pays est la Guyane. C'est situé no to is. OK. Because even though Guyane is feminine, remember what I said last time, c'est never feminine after c'est. C'est situé dans le sud de la Caraïbe, c'est petit et il y a what? Oh, you said vers. Vers is not right. Il y a environ, I think that's the vers you want, OK? Il y a environ 700 personnes dans mon pays. La cuisine est merveilleuse. Are you sure that you only have 700 people in your country? OK, Utsuke, mon pays est très beau. Nous avons beaucoup de plages et you need to repeat et de sites historiques. And site will have an S as well because it's plural. En plus, la cuisine est très incroyable. OK, très bien. C'est pas grand. Okay, remember my video on exam. You don't want to say c'est pas grand. It's better to say ce n'est pas grand. Okay, don't forget your negative. Ce n'est pas grand, mais rempli de beaucoup de monde. I don't like rempli de beaucoup de monde. Ce n'est pas grand, mais il y a beaucoup d'habitants, something like that. Il y a beaucoup d'animaux, d'arbres, de montagnes et de rivières. Aussi, la montagne la plus haute. La montagne la plus haute est Blue Mountain. OK, so that is Jamaïque. OK. Jaden, come on, guys, you keep forgetting vos articles. La Jamaïque est vraiment belle. La Jamaïque est vraiment belle. Il y a de plages. Jaden, no la. If you have beaucoup de, you can't have la again. La Jamaïque est vraiment belle. Il y a beaucoup de plages. Et le musée, that is an irregularity because normally words ending with two is are feminine, but except museum. OK? La cuisine, c'est très bon. Ou la cuisine est très bonne. OK? Animals, anim fans. Oh là là. You can't say ma pays. Remember, pays is masculine. Mon pays est très petit. Which one is it? Anim fans. To say it's very small. Mon culture est très riche. I don't understand that. Mon pays est très petit, ok. Là, ma culture est très riche, something like that, but not on. Et en cuisine, et la cuisine est très très bonne. Dans mon pays, not en mon pays, dans mon pays, il y a beaucoup d'hôtels et de plages. En climat. What does en climat anime fans? I'm not sure what you mean. En climat. I don't know what that means. Et toujours beaucoup de soleil. Okay, you cannot have du after beaucoup. It's beaucoup de. J'adore mon pays. Ok, j'adore mon pays. Pays is masculine. Okay. So which country was that? Okay, love Nia, mon pays. Don't forget the S at pays. It's got an S, even though it's not plural. But mon pays est petit avec beaucoup de monuments. You can't have de les. Okay, it's a rule. Beaucoup de monuments. Les gens sont très sympas et intéressants. Intéressant. Don't forget the S is plural. Okay. Okay, Zainab, you need to know that 1,000. 700,000. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't have 700. Okay, 700,000. 1000 doesn't have an S. Okay. 1000, no S. It means 1,000 and there's no S because it's like that. Don't know why, but okay. Ok, Ishmael, mon pays est la Dominique, c'est très petit. Dans mon pays, nous n'avons pas de centres commerciaux, mais nous avons d'énormes magasins. Nous avons 72 000 personnes. Ok, très bien. Nous avons, I'm not sure why nous avons, we have, but it's fine. Ok, et aussi, par rapport à d'autres pays des Caraïbes, je peux dire en toute sécurité que le taux de criminalité de la Dominique est faible. Ok, très bien. Good to know, Ishmael. Ramon, mon pays, la Jamaïque, c'est une île. Une île. Il is feminine. Dans la Caraïbe. Caraïbe, not Caribe. Ok. C'est une île dans la Caraïbe. Mais, alors Ishmael, c'est, mais je préférerais la Martinique parce que j'aime les Français. Ok, j'aime les Français, capital F. Because you're talking about the people. When you're talking about the people, you need to have a capital F. Okay, if you're talking about French in general, it's small f. Ok, les Français là-bas, et je peux aller dans les différents centres commerciaux, I guess, I'm sure, pour faire du shopping, et j'ai été élevée là-bas. Très bien, ok, very good French, Samuel. Pour que vous ne soyez pas confus, les trois parties parties sont pour la même question. Oui, I had understood that, Samuel. Okay, so yes, interesting. Okay. Question. Y a-t-il beaucoup d'embouteillages dans ton pays? Alors, Ramon, I didn't understand what you put. C'est un beaucoup d'embouteillages. I don't understand what you're saying. The question was, y a-t-il beaucoup d'embouteillages dans ton pays? OK. En cuisine avec Alison, yes, there is, but not much. OK. OK, much is M-U-C-H, no N. Pas de N. OK, Samuel. Samuel, tu n'as pas compris? Y a-t-il beaucoup d'embouteillages dans ton pays? So we have with us another YouTuber called En Cuisine avec Alison, and she has videos regarding, cooking and so on, but she cannot speak English. Okay, she cannot speak English. So if you watch her videos, you're going to see, you're going to hear a lot of French. So you can go onto her channel. If you subscribe to En Cuisine avec Alison, you will see all the videos, and also she doesn't speak fast, so you should be able to understand her. Okay? So Raman Gordon, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages. Not dans Jamaïque, it's en Jamaïque. Okay? So Samuel, tu blagues alors? Ah, ok. Anime fans, oui, car les routes, toujours. I don't know, anime fans, what you're saying, but there's no verb in your sentence. Ok, Zena, ok. Lovnia, oui, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages. You need to remember to do the elision. Il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages. Il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages dans mon pays. Okay, I'm putting this now so that you can see how to write it. Utsuke, je pense qu'il y a environ 1050 magasins dans mon pays. Utsuke, you're not answering the question. OK. Joshua, oui, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages ici. Spécialement, not especialement, ça, it sounds like Spanish. Dans la nuit et quand il pleut, ou avant. OK. So, let me correct this. Il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages, especially dans la nuit, surtout dans la nuit. Et avant ou après la pluie. Ramon, I think the roads are always full. Ah, okay. So who is saying that? It's okay. Okay, so basically, Ramon, she's saying that there's a lot of embouteillage, okay? So, oui, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages, okay? Les rues sont toujours pleines, for full, pleines, and with an S, or crowdy, okay? Ramon Gordon, and ok. So Samuel, chaque jour, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages, Dominique, parce que les gens vont travailler tous les jours. Je pense qu'ils peuvent élargir les routes et ou construire des tunnels. Yes. Okay. I apologize for the mistake. Is surtout, no two O's, hein? Surtout. And it's especially, okay? Ok. Samuel, j'encouragerais plus de gens à voyager ensemble et je réduirais également le nombre de voitures sur la route. Alors, Samuel, instead of saying j'encouragerais plus de gens à voyager ensemble, you would say j'encouragerais le covoiturage. Le covoiturage, it's when several people use the same means of transportation. So let's say I have my car and I pick you up down the road so that you don't take another means of transportation. And this way, there are fewer people on the road. Okay? Pendant le jour, surtout, so that is utsuke. Pendant le jour, surtout dans l'après-midi, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages. Don't forget the D apostrophe is beaucoup de. Beaucoup d'embouteillages sur les routes, OK? OK? At least the reason why I came up with this question is to see whether or not you knew the word embouteillage. So Samuel, you're saying j'encouragerais. No. You just say j'encouragerais le covoiturage. That explains the whole thing. Et je réduirais également le nombre de voitures sur les routes, sur la route. Sur les routes, fine. But you don't say ensemble. Just j'encouragerais le covoiturage. That's it. Okay, so it was forgotten. That's fine. Okay, it's just when you don't put it, I don't know if it's because you don't know about it. Okay, so I'm going to write again. And in big, don't forget beaucoup de. Okay? OK, question. Que ferais-tu avec 200 euros. Alison, your English is improving. Alison, tu fais des progrès en anglais. Ok, Joshua. No, sorry. Bien. Okay, so en cuisine avec Alison, very good question. You don't know what you would do? Oh, I know what I would do. Okay, Anime France. Bien. J'achèterai un nouveau portable et faire les économies avec le reste. Anime fans, I don't think you quite answered the question because I said 200 euros. You cannot have a portable. Oh, sorry, 200. You're talking about a phone. Yes, you can have a phone with that. Sorry, I thought you were talking about laptop. Bien, anime fan, j'achèterai. You need to get rid of the E and put the A. J'achèterai un nouveau portable et je ferai ou j'économiserai le reste. OK? J'économiserai le reste. J'économiserai le reste. I would save the rest, okay? Joshua said, j'irai au supermarché pour acheter It's not un nouveau ordinateur. It's not un nouveau ordinateur. It's un nouvel ordinateur because nouveau ends with a vowel, so we're going to have nouvelle, okay? Un nouvel ordinateur. D'André, you said j'achèterai beaucoup de vêtements. Okay. Alison said she will do her shopping with it. Okay, très bien. Samuel, si j'avais cet argent, j'achèterais un portable et j'en économiserais aussi. Ok, très bien. Oh, Raman, you with your nourriture. J'achèterais beaucoup de nourriture. Joshua, I'm not sure what you're saying. Liaison with what? I'm not sure what you're saying. J'achèterai beaucoup de vêtements. Love Nia said j'achèterai beaucoup de vêtements. Okay, Love Nia, you need to say j'achèterai beaucoup de vêtements et de livres. You have to repeat, okay? I know that in English we don't, but in French you have to repeat. It's just the way it is, okay? Bel homme, nouvel ordinateur. Okay, Joshua. Yes, you need to remember bel homme, nouvel ordinateur et vieil homme as well. Okay, vieil homme. These are the adjectives which come with a different ending when it's masculine. Okay? So, yes. Utsuke says, je le fais d'économie pour l'avenir, alors je peux acheter des romans. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. The expression is faire des économies. Okay? Économie. Faire des économies. Okay? Not d'économie. Faire des économies. Alors, je peux acheter des romans. OK. OK, d'accord. OK. Not bad at all. OK. Question. Oh, quelqu'un peut-il me dire où je peux obtenir un ordinateur portable pour 200 €? Ça n'existe pas, Samuel. I'm sure not even on Amazon. When they said portable, I assumed they meant téléphone portable, hein? But ordinateur, no. It's not possible. 200 euros is not enough. You have to more than double that amount. OK? Bien. OK. Question. Joshua said, je crois que c'est possible. Where? Samuel, you cannot say ce n'est pas possible. This is how you need to put it. Ce n'est pas possible. Okay, Utsuke is not je le fais des économies, it's just je fais des économies. Si c'est cassé. Samuel, I don't understand what you mean, si c'est cassé. You mean your computer? Not sure what you're saying. Okay, next question. Okay, Shania says, si j'avais 200 €, it's not 100 €, Shania, it's 200. J'achèterais des livres et de la glace. Des livres, okay? Not les livres. Les livres means the book, but which books? We don't know. Des livres means books in general, okay? Bien. Question. Est-ce que tu fais des promenades à bicyclette? Samuel, if it's broken. I see what you mean. Joshua, non, je ne sais pas faire de la bicyclette. OK, you miss si, bicyclette. OK. How come? Donc, je marche. OK. Joshua, c'est bon, la marche, c'est bon pour la santé. Okay, how do you say m'arrive to me? It happens to me. Non, je ne fais pas de promenade à bicyclette. Je suis un professionnel, not nal. Utsuke, non, je ne fais. Fais with an S, not a T. Je ne fais pas de promenade à bicyclette. Cependant, je fais des promenades à pied. OK? You can't say de la pied. Is à pied. OK? Samuel, it was. Est-ce que tu fais des promenades à bicyclette? It happens, oui. Ça m'arrive. Alison, you can say that. Yes. Alison, you're getting some answers. OK. Très bien, Alison. Correct. It happens to me from time to time. Not from, but from. F-R-O-M, not F-O-R-M. OK. Très bien. OK. So you see, guys, you have somebody who is trying English and you are trying French. So you can learn from each other. That's really good. Okay. Yes, Alison, I understand. Because your keyboard is different. OK. D'accord, Alison, je comprends. Tu as un clavier assez différent d'une autre, donc c'est normal. Utsuke, non, je ne fais pas de promenade à bicyclette. Cependant, je fais des promenades à pied. Here, because it's positive, you need to put the plural. Now, something I want to, I'm using your sentence, Utsuke, to explain something. Je fais des promenades. Okay, you put it plural. But when it comes to the negative form, you need to say je ne fais pas de promenade. Okay? Je ne fais pas. Okay? And the day changes into a de. Pretty soon, I'm going to make some videos regarding paper 1. The paper 1 has a grammar section in it. And in those videos, it's going to be quiz instead of giving you a video, which you will probably find a little bit boring. It's going to be a quiz. And you need to go through that quiz so that you can, if you got it wrong, at least you can learn something, because I will put the question, then the answer, and then an explanation. So there will be an explanation why it's this particular answer. Okay? Because for all the questions that I have for you, there's always a trap, of course. OK, Samuel, je fais du vélo, mais parfois je marche parce que j'utilise la marche comme une forme d'exercice. OK, très bien. Très bien. OK. Ça va, tout le monde? Vous n'êtes pas fatigué? « Oui, Samuel, I've already responded. The answer is correct, yes. OK. Bien. Alors, question. Quelle carrière as-tu choisi? OK, anime fans. Un peu fatigué, but good vibes. How can you have good vibes if you're tired? Not sure I understand that one. OK, so I'm getting some answers. Je voudrais être médecin for anime fans. Très bien. All the best to you. J'aimerais devenir médecin parce que, and then I don't see the rest. OK. Everybody wants to become a doctor. Je voudrais être Jaden, not an engineer. Je voudrais être ingénieur. No articles before occupations or professions. Je pense que tu parles de choix de carrière. Yes, carrière, OK. Quelle carrière as-tu choisi? OK. Je voudrais être docteur. J'ai choisi la carrière de médecine, but I would accept, je voudrais devenir médecin. That's fine. Linguist, I know this question was asked again, but last time some of you couldn't understand the question. Parce que j'aime étudier les langues étrangères et je voudrais faire de la traduction pour le gouvernement européen. All the best to you, Joshua. Je voudrais être prof. Jaden, très bien. Utsuke, j'aimerais devenir médecin parce que je ferais bonne d'argent. What do you mean? Parce que je me ferais beaucoup d'argent. OK. Beaucoup d'argent, not bonne d'argent. Ramon Gordon, it's going to be too fast. Très bien, listen, you want to open a restaurant, that's good. Alors, Ramon, j'aimerais devenir comptable. Comptabilité is accountancy, not accountant. Je voudrais devenir comptable. OK? Très bien, listen and help my family. But the question wasn't quite that. The question was, which career have you chosen? Quelle carrière as-tu choisi, Alison? So, we're not talking, on ne parle pas d'argent là. Hein? Quelle carrière as-tu choisi? So, alors, tu ne réponds pas vraiment à la question. Raman Gordon, j'aimerais devenir comptabilité. Non, comptabilité is accountancy, not accountant. Comptable is accountant. Samuel, je veux devenir informaticien et programmeur car j'aime l'informatique et les langages de programmation. Très bien. Good luck to you. Lovnia, je voudrais être avocate with an E at the end because you are a woman, I think. Well, it depends. I thought it was, I thought you were a woman. If you're a woman, it's avocate, otherwise avocat. Shania, je voudrais, what do you mean, je voudrais un prof? You would like a teacher? I'm not sure I understand that one. Joshua, les avocats se font beaucoup d'argent. That is true. Ramon, oui. Joshua, aller gagner de la bouffe. What does that mean, aller gagner de la bouffe? Joshua, And bouffe is not the type of word you need to use for the oral, okay? Not for an exam. Okay. En cuisine avec Alison, I don't know. I have too many. Too many is T2O, Alison. Un T avec 2 O, pas un seul O. Joshua, allez gagner de l'argent. Okay. Bouffe means is colloquial for food, not money. Okay, Joshua. Yes. Non, Ishmael, ai-je mentionné que je peux parler 3 langues différentes, arabe, allemand, français? Non, you didn't say that. Oh, okay. I cannot manage Arab. I cannot manage allemand. Okay. But instead of saying je peux parler, Samuel, which means I can speak, je peux parler means you can speak because you don't have a problem with your mouth or something, or your mask is not preventing you from speaking. But if you're talking about the fact that you can speak 3 languages, you need to say je sais parler 3 langues. Okay? That's the difference between pouvoir and parler. Okay? Okay, Alison. I think maybe what you should have done, Alison, peut-être ce que tu aurais dû faire, c'est changer ton clavier en clavier anglais. Peut-être. Ça me fait faire beaucoup de fautes, c'est embêtant. OK. Joshua, je parle espagnol, le français et le suédois, not le suédois. Suédois, donc S-U-édois. Why suédois? Suédois is Swedish. Why can you speak Swedish? May I ask? It's not common to learn Swedish in the Caribbean. So that's why I'm asking. I'm talking to Joshua. Why? Oh, okay. Something you decided. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay. Ça me plaît. OK. Très bien. Okay, we're going to write a little bit more now. Question? Décris-moi le dernier voyage que tu as fait à l'étranger. Et si tu n'as pas voyagé à l'étranger, décris-moi le dernier voyage que tu as fait dans ton pays. So Samuel, you're talking about Swedish. J'ai un ami suisse qui m'apprend la langue. OK. You're talking about Swedish. OK. So now for this, I need quite a few sentences, obviously. Yes, Suisse is the adjective for Switzerland. Okay, la Suisse. And the adjective is the same, which is Suisse. Mm-hmm. Ishmael, tu es trop distrait, hein? Tu es trop distrait. Ok, la question est, décris-moi le dernier voyage que tu as fait à l'étranger ou le dernier voyage que tu as fait dans ton pays. Ok. Ok, en cuisine avec Alison. Ok. So, if you want to see what Alison looks like, you need to go and watch her videos on her channel called En Cuisine avec Alison. Like that, you would know exactly what she looks like. Oui, Alison, j'avais compris que c'était Maï. Donc, Alison, tu parles anglais, c'est bien. Ok, Samuel, c'est le dernier voyage auquel je suis allée. You can't say auquel. Le dernier voyage que j'ai fait. You can't go to a trip. Ok, you make a trip, but you can't go to a trip. Donc, le dernier voyage, ok, I have to take it because it's gone. Le dernier voyage que j'ai fait, so I'm talking to Samuel, était la Martinique et nous avons organisé un concert de collecte de fonds pour aider la Dominique en septembre 2018 après l'ouragan Maria de catégorie 5. Ah, that was very good. Did you manage to get a lot of money, Samuel? So remember, faire un voyage, hein? Anime Fans, bien, c'était il y a 2 ans. 2 is EU, not UE. Je suis allée au Canada avec ma mère et ma sœur. Rendre visite, not rendrons visite. Rendre visite. Je suis allée rendre visite à ma tante. OK? Let me write that. Rendre visite à ma tante. La maison de ma tante est très belle et grande. C'était fantastique et j'ai adoré. So be careful. Past tense, guys. Anime fans, j'ai adoré. J'ai adoré. You need to have the past participle, okay, with the accent. Unfortunately, I don't know how to find those accents with the capitals, but you need to, you can't have ER, okay? Anime fans, temps avec ça. Oh, passer. You can't say passer des temps, passer du temps. Temps is masculine, even though it's got an S. Okay. Okay, Alison. Okay, you know, writing and listening and speaking and different skills. Ok, Joshua, le dernier voyage que j'ai fait, il y a 2 mois, J'allais à l'enterrement de mon arrière-grand-mère. Ah, oh là là, et je dois y aller encore parce qu'il y a une autre personne. Person is feminine, even if it's a man. Une autre personne, so autre, no S, proche de moi qui est mort. Oh là là, Joshua, je suis désolée d'apprendre tout ça. Toutes mes condoléances. En cuisine avec Alison, the last trip is Canada. I'm currently, as soon as I arrived, I will start to visit the country. OK. Très bien. Lovnia, mon dernier voyage, not dernière. Voyage is masculine, as you know, because you put mon. So there's no E at dernière. You put je suis visité. Lovnia, that's incorrect. J'ai visité les États-Unis. OK, j'ai visité les États-Unis. I put it there in the chat for you. Avec ma famille, c'était très amusant. Nous avons visité beaucoup de restaurants. Okay, you don't visit a restaurant, okay? You go to restaurant to eat, not to visit it. Donc, nous sommes allés, you could say, nous sommes allés nous sommes allés au restaurant. Even though it's more than one, you could say, nous sommes allés au restaurant. Et nous avons fait les magasins. Nous avons fait les magasins. You haven't watched my video where I put les magasins, which is to go shopping. J'ai adoré la nourriture. OK. You love that word food, man. Oh, everybody talks about nourriture. OK. Alors Samuel, j'ai eu 100 000 €, dont la moitié est allée à la Dominique et l'autre moitié est à mon nom sur mon compte bancaire en Martinique. OK, très bien. OK. Ramon, je suis un peu fatiguée. OK. Yes, en cuisine avec Alison. It's true, Alison is in Canada, but the French part of Canada. Alison, est-ce que tu peux nous dire, tu peux écrire en français où tu habites au Canada? Des phrases pas trop compliquées pour nous, s'il te plaît. Oh, I didn't see that. Mon dernier voyage était une expérience inoubliable. Je suis allée aux États-Unis et j'ai vu mes cousins et cousines. Nous sommes allés, I don't know why there's no S there. Nous sommes allés au cinéma, Jaden. Nous sommes allés au cinéma et au parc et nous avons joué au foot. OK. Très bien. That's good. It's a shame for nous sommes allés, you would have been penalized for that. OK. Ça va, j'étais très déprimée. Oh là là, Joshua. Ah. OK, it's okay. It's okay, it's not ma dernière voyage, it's mon dernier voyage. It's masculine. Mon dernier voyage, OK? So you can say mon dernier voyage, j'ai rendu visite. You could probably say pour mon dernier voyage. Le dernier voyage que j'ai fait, or something like that, but you can't just put mon dernier voyage, comma, and put j'ai rendu visite à ma tante. But I like the fact that you said j'ai rendu visite to somebody. That's very good because it's a common mistake. À ma tante en Allemagne. En outre, ooh la la, I like that word. En outre, for those who don't know it, it means furthermore, En outre, nous avons fait les emplettes et j'ai essayé la cuisine. J'ai essayé la cuisine. La cuisine, no S. OK? Et aussi, je suis allée au cinéma regarder le film Star Wars. C'était très sympa. Très bien. OK. Alors, Alison, oui, Alison habite au Québec. OK. Mais Alison, tu habites au Québec, mais aussi à Québec, meaning Québec City, non? Alors, Samuel dit, je suis allée au Québec plusieurs fois. J'adore ça. OK. Okay, Joshua, if you've never traveled, it doesn't matter. I said there's two questions in one. Décris-moi le dernier voyage que tu as fait à l'étranger. Or, décris-moi le dernier voyage que tu as fait dans ton pays. OK? So, now, en outre, this is something that you can keep for your letters. En outre means furthermore. Okay? So it's a good little expressions to know. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, next question. Next question. Si tu devais promouvoir ton pays, que dirais-tu? Ok, Chania, mon dernier voyage, j'ai visité en France avec ma mère, c'était très fantastique. Nous avons. Ok. Ok, Chania, I'm going to correct all this. There's quite a few mistakes. Ok. Pour mon dernier voyage, je suis allée en France. You can't say j'ai visité en France. It's either you visit the country or you go to the country avec ma mère. So I think you went to the country first, okay? You didn't visit the country first, you went to the country, okay? Nous avons mangé boy, again, nourriture. Nous avons beaucoup mangé. Guys, you're going to stop using the word nourriture. What else can you eat? Nous avons beaucoup mangé. That's it. We don't need to say nous avons mangé beaucoup de nourriture. What else can you eat? Nous avons beaucoup mangé. Mon plat préféré, Or, what did you say? Je préfère. OK, je préfère not mon préfère. Je préfère les crêpes. Et nous avons visité des monuments. Okay? So that is for Shania. Okay? Bien. Je choisirais de vivre au Canada. Anime fans is not my questions. So I'm not sure if you are responding to Alison. Je choisirais de vivre au Canada. Yes, Animan, c'est très beau, mais il fait très, très froid. OK. Nobody has answered the question. Alison, il n'y a personne. Personne n'a répondu à la question. Je répète la question. Si tu devais promouvoir ton pays, que dirais-tu? Oui, Alison, là-bas, prends un trait d'union. Anime fans, we to what question? My question is not a yes or no answer, so I'm not sure which question you're answering. OK. La question. OK. Mon pays est très homophobie, sexiste, plein de chômage et beaucoup de violence. Oh là là, Joshua. OK. Si tu devais promouvoir ton pays, que dirais-tu? So let's say you want people to come to your country. Promouvoir means to promote. Okay, so if you had to promote your country, what would you say? So if you want people to come to your country, you have to say nice things. So how would you promote it? Promouvoir is to promote. Ah, ok. Promouvoir is to promote, yes. Les plages et le beau climat, ok. Ok, prévoir is this, but I said promouvoir. Okay, Roman, we're going to correct all this. Visiter la Jamaïque. Remember what I said, you don't visit en, you don't, you go to. Visiter la Jamaïque. C'est très beau. Remember what I said, you cannot have belle after c'est, even if what you're talking is feminine. Il fait du soleil, not de. Il fait du soleil. La langue est très belle et les gens sont très sympas. You miss the S, Joshua. Les gens sont très sympas. OK. Sorry, I put say with two S's. I apologize. OK. Visiter la Jamaïque, c'est très beau. Surtout, il fait du soleil toute l'année. Maybe that's what you should have said. Il fait du soleil toute l'année. OK. OK. Si je devais promouvoir mon pays, je dirais with an S, Alison is conditional. Alison, un S, car c'est conditionnel, c'est le conditionnel et non pas le futur. Qu'il fait beau. Donc, il y a une élision ici. Donc, on va mettre une apostrophe QU apostrophe IL fait beau dans mon pays et qu'il faut en... Ah, here you don't need the en. Qu'il faut profiter de la plage et de la rivière. OK? Not en. OK, Ramon. OK. D'accord, yeah. OK? OK, il faut en profiter. I like the expression that Alison used. Il faut en profiter. That would be a good expression to use if, for example, you wanted to say basically what you want to say is you have to make most of it. And the it is in the on, okay? But in the case of what Alison said, there wasn't the it. She was saying you have to make the most of the beach and the river, okay? So that's why the on is not right there. Yes, imagine... Well, imagine qu'il fasse beau. With subjunctive, il faut qu'il not force, but fasse. Il faut qu'il fasse. OK? Joshua, you are the LAMAO. You don't want to teach that to Alison. OK? Question? I was saying, imagine if falloir itself had a subjunctive. That is a good question. No, I don't think so. Because you can only say il faut, il faudra, ou il a fallu. Alors, Utsuke 16, alors je parlerai au sujet de comment facile c'est trouver un job et comment on fera beaucoup d'argent et vivre confortable. Okay, I have to correct that. Comment facile c'est trouver un job? Comment c'est facile de trouver un emploi et comment on peut se faire beaucoup d'argent et vivre aisément dans mon pays. Okay, this is the correction for Utsuke. Okay. Okay. Bien. Décris-moi ton école. So here I want several sentences. Okay, and try to read before you put your answers. Now I want to see fewer mistakes, okay, because we are learning to write as well. Pretty soon you're going to have your written exam, so we don't want to make too many mistakes when we write French, okay? But guys, having said that, you've been very good today. I think you are ready for your exam, your oral exam. Ok, Samuel. Mon école est en... Asha Stevenson, bonjour. Diara, bonjour. I remember you. I remember that name. Asha, école is feminine. Okay. So mon école is correct, but you need to, you can't say mon école est ancienne. I would say mon école est vieille, more than ancienne, grande, et c'est calme. Asha, bonjour. Ramon, plus tard, I'm not sure. Oh, you're leaving. Okay. Ok, Joshua said, mon école est très grande. C'est vert, Joshua. You can't say vert. I said before, and I'm going to repeat it. I said it several times today. C'est cannot have a feminine adjectives next to it, okay? C'est vert et crème. Il y a beaucoup d'élèves. Les professeurs sont très sympas et intelligents. Il y a une grande porte. Les salles de classe with an E at the end, sont grandes aussi. OK, très bien. Joshua, il y a environ. Environ doesn't have an S. If you say environ 400 élèves, if you are talking about les environs, that's different. But when you say there's about, okay, you need to say environ without an S. Il y a environ 400 élèves et un centre de professeurs. You cannot say that. Une centaine de professeurs. Okay. Raman, I don't have a time. I think we can finish now if you want. There's no problem. OK. Anime fans, mon école est très grande. OK. Elle a les murs bleus et blancs. Il y a beaucoup de bâtiments. Bâtiments has an S because you said beaucoup, which is a lot of. Elles sont, I don't know what the L stand for, une grande bibliothèque, 2 salles d'ordinateurs. I think they call those types, not salle d'ordinateur, but salle informatique. Un grand terrain de foot, not du, 4 clubs et 6 sports. OK. Il y a environ 2000 anime fans, as said before. 1000 doesn't have an S because 1000 never takes an S. It means 1000, but you never have an S. Il y a 1000 élèves et 89 profs. OK. OK, Joshua, à la prochaine. Au revoir. OK. Joshua, before you go, you have done very well. So I know you're set for your exams. No problem. OK. So what do you want to do? You want to continue or we're stopping here? Can you tell me, please? OK, je vais faire le repas aussi. Passez une bonne soirée. OK, I don't know if they have a good teacher, but thank you very much, Alison. Au revoir. OK. Joshua, you're having your exam next year. Well, you're good to go. OK, Samuel, mon école est grande. Nous avons 212 élèves. Oh, that's not a lot. Nous avons aussi 9 classes. Je suis un élève senior et nous avons 14 professeurs. Un petit parc. OK. OK, Joshua, that's very good. You will do very well if you do more. Yes, I agree. We can stop. We have done very well, actually. Just to improve, yes. Yes, Joshua is very good. So Joshua, you have to make sure that you work well. so that you can get a grade 1, okay? So now you'll have to develop a bit your vocabulary as well, because even if you're good, but you're using the same vocabulary and so on, you will never get the top grade. So, okay. Okay. So Joshua was saying, this is just to improve. Okay, Raman, Joshua, you are very good at French. Okay. Okay, Samuel, au revoir. Well, what I'm planning, okay, what to answer Daira's question is that I have planned to do probably every week this month because you have the exams. After the exams, I guess you won't need me. But we have to remember that it's not just the oral, you have the writing as well. A video was released yesterday on the letter writing situations on Thursday. So all these have to be done as well. You can't wait till the last minute to do it. And I've just found a platform which is good as well, because we can share documents on this platform, which I couldn't do on YouTube. So, so that's good. So I think you all have done very well. So I would say just keep the good work. Okay, keep up with the good work. The main thing here is that you understand the question, because the very first stream, a live stream, I remember that I had to answer, well, I had to repeat questions several times because you couldn't understand them. So now you understand the question, so I can see that things are okay. All right, but please continue with the reading of your texts, because as I explained to you before, this morning there were some reading and there were still many mistakes. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, because can you imagine if I were here and nobody was turning up? Thank you very much and bon weekend. Au revoir. Au revoir. Okay, Utsuke, madame, it was just that one question with promouvoir. Au revoir, Nim fans. Utsuke, I'm not sure what your question. You learned the word promouvoir if you didn't know it. That's good. Okay, merci Utsuke. Bon weekend. Merci. Okay, I'm going to disconnect now. Au revoir.